Welcome back to another review from my beater watch series. And yes, this is another Bertucci. As most of you know who follow me, I love Bertucci. I already have 4 of them, including this one. Let's see why this one is also part of the list. I'm Francois, and it's time to watch. This Bertucci model is a little different from the others, and we'll see how. The others here are titanium, these two are ceramic coated, and I'll leave a card here so that you see the recent review I did for them. This one here will go through the specifications, the measurements, and you'll see why it's a little different. This version of the Bertucci is called the A-5S Ballista Illuminated. It has a 45 millimeter diameter, a 52.9 millimeter lug to lug, a 25.5 lug width, and it has a 13.2 millimeter thickness. So it's a beefy watch, and the material on this is stainless steel. So everything on here is stainless steel, a stainless steel back. So that's why I was telling you it's completely different from the ones I reviewed initially, because on top of the fact of the measurements makes it a larger watch, you have material that is much heavier as well. So this makes this a very beefy watch, and if you have small wrists, well, this watch may not be for you, but it's built tough. You see here it's sapphire crystal. It's a lithium battery inside that powers that Swiss quartz movement. You see that second hand? And the T25 with that code here is basically saying that you have tritium tubes. If you see on the hands there, on the second hand, and on each of these hands, you also have tritium tubes on each of the hour markers right there. On top of that, that symbol right there, that illumination, is basically just saying that it has also super luminous coating, I would say. So there's double the trouble in regards to the illumination. That lume is not fantastic. I mentioned it in my previous Bertucci reviews, but the tritium tube, as soon as your eyes are adjusted to the darkness, you'll see them very well. So a tritium tube is basically a gas inside that illuminates constantly. It has a half-life of 25 years. In front of this, like I said, it's a sapphire crystal, and it's a flat sapphire crystal, which basically helps with being resistant to scratching. You see here, this is stainless steel, and it's not resistant to scratching. However, it's ion plating with small black metal particles, so it helps with the scratch proofness. But as you can see, as soon as you have a scratch, it comes out really well because of the black ion plating. It contrasts off that. But quite frankly, a watch and a field watch is made to be worn. It's not to be made to be babied. I take care of my watches, but I don't baby them. If you see here, there's a screw down crown that operates that quartz movement, and it's also signed with that Bertucci logo. And if you unscrew it, it pops out, and there's this kind of ghost position in a sense because it doesn't operate anything. You just go to the second position and you can change the date, as you can see right there. And if you go to the third position, you notice the second hand is hacked and therefore stops, and you can accurately set your watch. And then when you turn, of course, the crown, you set your watch accordingly. When you push everything back in, everything starts up again. And it screws down really well for, if you notice here, 200 meters of water resistance. So the dial is kind of busy in a sense because you get these triangle hour markers. You have that minute track at the outskirts. You have those indications here in regards to the different characteristics. You have the numerals that give you the hour, the inside numerals that give you the 24-hour, you have that 200-meter indication, Bertucci, and you have that date. So it's kind of busy, but it's very, very legible. That matte black coating on that dial makes it so that all those hands and those numbers pop out. I really like that about this field watch, because at a glance you can easily see the time. So if you talk about the strap itself, you'll notice here that the strap is held by these lug bars. The lug bars are screwed in. It's a 2mm hex screw that you need to take this off. But quite frankly, I wouldn't really take them off. These are built tough. They're built to last and built to stay on. So they put in this rugged nylon heavy duty strap on. It's a bit like these here. They're really well built. And you have stainless steel buckles. Again, this one here has the, I don't know if you can see it, it has the Bertucci etching on it. And if we look at the case back, the case back is kind of standard in regards to the information, the type of information they put in. And you can see the Bertucci logo, that little dog mascot at the bottom, that code. And again, that code there, I'd have to look that up, what that means. But you see here, 200 water resistance, and the type of battery that you can use to change this. So all this great ruggedness is protecting that movement inside. That movement is, like I said, powered by a screw down crown right here, a lithium battery, and that screw down crown is at 4 o'clock, a true 4 o'clock, at that 30 degrees off of the horizontal. And the movement also contains a low battery indicator. What the second hand will do is will skip 1 second, indicating that the battery needs to be changed. So let me put this on my wrist and we'll see what it looks like. But here is a solar watch. It's a Citizen Eco Drive, and this one will kickstart my new series of solar watch reviews that you do not want to miss. If you like these types of reviews, I encourage you to subscribe, and if you do subscribe, press that notification bell so that you'll be notified, because there's an upcoming solar watch that I can't divulge right away. So let me put this Bertucci watch on my wrist and I'll be right back. So here it is on my 7-inch wrist. It's, like I said, a very beefy watch. I like larger watches. You have those lugs that hug here on the wrist, so it's kind of comfortable, I would say. You have what they call their comfort fit angle in that 4 o'clock crown, so that makes it so it doesn't impinge on your wrist. And like I said, I like the legibility, I like the ruggedness of this watch, and hopefully you like it too. And like I said, don't hesitate to press that like button if you do. And I truly appreciate you tuning in. This is the conclusion of my Bertucci series, I would say, and I hope to see you next time.